Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Looplearnings, and this is a continuation of the previous videos. We're working on how to make payroll management system, and if you haven't watched the previous videos in this series, please do that, and so you will understand what we have done till now. What we have done till now is we have created a database, which means we have created tables, we created relationships already. Now it's time to create a user interface. That means to create forms, and this is what I'm going to kick off from this video. It is going to be a long process because almost every table requires a separate form, which means a lot of work is required to be done. I will try my level best to cover everything online, which means on the video, so you can follow me at the same time. In this video, I'm going to, however, explain how to make form in detail. So please do watch carefully while you're watching, because in coming videos, I'm going to speed up and I'm going to not explain every single bits and pieces. So in this video, I'm going to explain everything, the crux of how to make a form properly. So that's what I'm going to explain. Before I do that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I don't know why you haven't subscribed. So hit that red big button called subscribe and hit the bell icon as well, so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. So let's get started. If you talk about the payroll management system, the center of everything is the employee, right? Because everything is related to employee. Bonus, claims, compensation, department, incentive, leave entry, locations, medical expenses, etc. Everything is related to a employee profile. So why not we create employee profile first, and then we move on and create other forms as well. So let's go ahead and create employee profile. Before I go ahead and start creating forms, what I would like to do is I would like to add something in the employee profile table, and that is the image. So I want to add the image because I forgot to add image. So simply we'll add image, and then the data type of the image would be attachment. Okay, that's what in Microsoft Access attachment. So that's it, image is added. Now we are going to create form in which we are going to link this table to that form. So to create form, I'll go to the ribbon of Microsoft Access. If you are using the latest version, then of course you will have ribbon functionality. So I'll go to the create tab in the ribbon, and I will go to the section called forms. Now there are lots of different forms that you can create. For example, navigation forms, a multiple items form, data sheet, split form, etc. Already pre-made templates are provided by Microsoft. What I would like to do is I would like to go with the blank canvas, and to do that I will click on the form design. Now what is the next step? Well, next is for sure I'm going to expand a little bit this form, and right click here, and I'm going to get the form header. Now form header is important because it is used to have some buttons and everything in the form. Okay, so we've got the form header, but I don't like the color of the form header. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the form header color. So I simply click in the form header, and then I go in the ribbon on the format tab, and then I click on shape fill button, and then I click on more colors, and now I go to the standard tab of the colors pop-up box, and in here I would like to choose, like I like a bluish color, so I'll choose bluish. I don't know which blue is that, but I like it. Okay, anyway, now next step is to link this form with the employee's profile table. And to do that, simply what I have to do is I have to first of all select this form from the corner, right click. For example, you don't see the property sheet, right? So you have two ways to go to the property sheet. The best one is you right click anywhere in the form, and then you click on properties from the drop down, and here you go, you get the properties list, property sheet of this particular form. So the first thing I would like to do is I would like to go to the data tab First, let me select that data tab, and then in here we are going to choose the record source for this table. Basically, in other words, we are going to link this form with a table or a query, right? At the moment we don't have any query, so we are going to link this form direct to the table, and table is called emp profile. Emp is a short version of employee. Now under the data tab and record source, I'm going to click on the drop down list, and I'm going to choose what? Well, I'm going to choose the emp profile table. Now it is linked, but we don't see anything in here, and the reason is because we haven't pulled the fields, pulled the information yet. So to do that, I'll go to the form design and I'll click on add existing fields. So you have all the fields are visible over here right now. So select Control A from your keyboard and everything will be selected. Now you click on the mouse, the left click, and then drag and drop in the canvas. So you get everything from the selection box, field list box, to your form canvas. Now the next thing what I would like to do is I would like to keep the image this side. Let's remove the caption and let's select rest of the fields, right click on the fields, layout, and I would like to stack them. So once it is stacked, we have to do the little bit of modification or formatting, and not modification, formatting. First of all I'll change the color of the font to the complete black. Now you see there is a big gap in two fields, and what I would like to do, I would like to reduce that gap, and to do that I'll go to the arrange tab. I'll go to the control padding, and I'm going to make it narrow. Now you can see the gap is reduced. Next thing I would like to do is I would like to select all the labels, and I'm going to expand. I'm going to actually increase the width of these labels. All right, and then I'm going to from my keyboard I'm going to press Control B for bold, and then the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to change modify the label caption, so it makes sense, like emp name to the employee name. All right, to make a little bit more professional. Mobile number, okay, personal email, official email, country, city, and instead of location ID, what I would like to do is I would like to type choose location, because this is going to be a combo box. Likewise department, so let's make it choose department. Okay, role, so let's make it choose role. Similarly with the grade, choose grade, username, password. Okay, and then oops, I'm missing these two, that's why I was wondering. So let's bring them here. Let's change the formatting as we did for others. Control B, and there you go. Okay, next thing I would like to do is I would like to expand the width or increase the width of these text boxes. Okay, let's make it this bigger. This is enough. Let's reduce the size of the form. Now let's bring this image box here and let's expand it a little bit so it looks nicer. Right, let's save the form. Now we'll keep the name combination same, emp profile. F stands for form. And now let's see how it looks like, and to see that we'll go to the form view, and I'll right click here and then I'll choose form view. This is how it looks like at the moment. I don't like it, honestly. A little bit more formatting is required. For example, I would like to get rid of this record selector. I would like to get rid of this navigation pane. I would like to get this header changed. So these things I would like to do. So let's go to the design view again by clicking anywhere in the form and design view, and then click on form design, property sheet, and in property sheet go to the select the form in the corner, format, okay, format property sheet, and in here what I would like to do, I will go to the record selector here. So record selector at the moment are turned on, and we will turn off by choosing no. Similarly, navigation button will turn off by choosing no. Another thing, as I said, we are going to change the header of this form, and to do that it's very simple. I'll go to the in the same tab of format of property sheet, I'll go to the caption and I'll change here. So I will say employee profile. Okay, now if I will go to the form view, now it looks better, right? We don't have the record selector anymore, we don't have the navigation anymore, but we can still improve it. And first of all, I want to make it as a pop-up form. So to make it pop-up form, I'll go back to the design view and I'll go to the property sheet of the form, and I'll go to the other tab, and here you can see pop-up. At the moment it says no. I'm going to turn on to yes. Modal, I'm also going to turn on to yes. And what is modal? What is the function of modal? Well, you are restricting your user to click on anywhere else if this form is opened, right? If this form is opened, they first have to either create, modify, whatever they're doing, they have to complete that process. They close this form and then they can do anything else. So I like to do that with every single form almost, and that's why I keep it modal on. The next one is very important property as well, cycle. At the moment it shows all records. What I would like to do is I would like to change it to the current record, because I don't want to change the record. I don't want to go with the keystroke of the keyboard to the next record. Okay, I want to stay on the same record at one time. Now if I will go and I'll go to the form view, now we have pop-up form here. Still some changes are required, so still some modification we can do. First of all, I want to get rid of this gray bar. This gray bar is basically showing this is basically related to the scroll bar. So this is a horizontal scroll bar. We will turn off, and you see this gap here. This gap is because the vertical scroll bar is also turned on, so we will turn off the scroll bars. The other thing I would like to do is I would like to get rid of this minimize and maximize buttons. I would like to keep the close button, but I would like to get rid of the minimize maximize, because if I double click here, you see the form is maximized. If you want to keep it in that way, it's up to you, but I don't really like it. So that's why I'm going to get rid of the maximize and minimize buttons as well. You see the scroll bars here, right? So this is what I was talking about. So let's get rid of these things. So we'll go to the format tab, and the first thing I will see under the format tab of the property sheet of this form is we will see scroll bars. You can see it's at the moment both vertical and horizontal are on, so I'm going to choose neither. That means I don't want vertical or horizontal scroll bars at all, because this is a single form. I'm not saying that these scroll bars are not useful. They are certainly, but not in this particular form, not in this particular situation. So that's why we'll turn off these scroll bars. Next thing, as I said, the control box. Control box, will keep it on, but I don't want min max buttons to be enabled. So at the moment both are enabled. I'm going to choose none. Okay, now again it's up to you completely. So I'm going to go to the form view. Now we see much better picture of the form. You can see here we don't have the scroll bars here, no gray area here, and we don't have the control box. If I double click on the form, it doesn't maximize. So this is one of the way you can do the things. Okay, now next thing I would like to do, if I for example close the form, if I double click here, this form is not opening in the center of the screen. So what I would like to do is I would like to have this form open in the center, right in the center every single time this form is open. So I'll right click here, design view, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change just one simple property, and I'm going to change auto center from no to yes. That's it. Okay, now it will open every time right in the middle of the screen. You can see that here. Okay, next thing I would like to do, I would like to gray out some of the fields. For example, employee ID created on, status updated on. These fields I would like to gray out completely. Then I would like to change these text boxes of location, department, roles, and grade to the combo boxes, to the drop down list. Why? I will explain you later on. Just keep watching. Design view, and I select these fields, the fields that I wish to mark them as grayed out. So enabled, no, and locked, yes. So that I did by going to the property sheet of this form and data tab. Okay, now I would like to change the background color of these fields as well. So I'll go to the format tab, shape fill, and I'll choose this color perhaps. Oh, this is too dark. This color would be okay. All right, so it is the indication for the user that hey, you cannot update or add or anything to here. All right, then I said I'm going to change these fields to the combo box. I'm going to do one by one, and the reason to change these text boxes into combo boxes is simply because I want to link these combo boxes to the table. So we fetch the information from the table itself. For example, this combo box will be linked with the locations table. So where is location table? Here it is. So I want to fetch the information from this table itself, and I want to populate here. Right, you got the idea. Likewise, department, roles, and grade, these fields as well. So first let's convert this text box into combo box by right clicking on the field and then going to the change to of the drop down menu, then choosing combo box. There it is. Now combo box is created. Now text box is converted into combo box, but nothing will happen until we link this combo box with the data source or row source. And therefore we go to the property sheet of this particular combo box. Under the data tab of property sheet, we will choose the row source and we click on ... Basically it will go to the query design builder, and under query design builder I'm going to choose the locations table, because this is where we are going to fetch the data from. So next thing I would like to do is I would like to double click on location ID, location, and status. Now why do I need status? Because I want to see only the active locations in my combo box. Any inactive location I don't want to see in my combo box. Simple as that. So if you want to have that kind of functionality, then you can provide a criteria here under in the status column. Here you can say that I want to see only the active locations. All right, now this query has 3 columns, but I want to see only 1 column's information in my combo box. Therefore I need to do a little bit more settings. That I will do in the form. So I'll close this. Now I'm here. Now let's go to the property sheet of this particular combo box by right clicking here, and I'll choose properties, and here it is. I'll go to the format tab. I'll go to the column count. Column count would be 3. Column width, I'm going to choose the first column I don't want to see, so 0. Second column I do want to see 1. Third column I don't want to see 0. Therefore, right, that is it. Done, finished, khalas. Next we have department ID. So like we did with the location ID, I'm going to do with the department ID. So I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to choose change to, then I'm going to choose combo box. There we go. Now let's fetch the information in this combo box from the department table. So we'll go to the property sheet of this combo box, we'll go to the data tab, we'll go to the row source dot dot dot. Now I'll choose department table. Right, so I'll expand it a little bit. I'll choose department ID, department name, and I would like to choose the location ID. And the reason I'm choosing location ID is because I want to see only the departments that are linked to the location which is selected in this particular form. You getting my idea? I'll explain it later, but follow me. Now I'm going to give a criteria forms. Which form? Emp profile F, and I'm going to use location ID. So basically what I did, I linked this combo box to the location combo box for this form. You got the idea. So this is how you do it, by giving the criteria in the query builder. All right, now this also has 3 columns, as again I want to see the second column in the combo box. That's it, nothing else. So I'll go back to the form and I'll right click here, go to the property sheet, and under the format tab, format tab, 3 columns, and the first column I don't want to see, so 0. Second column I do want to see, so 1. Third column I don't want to see, so 0 again. There it is. Simple as that. We are not done yet. I have to do a little bit of VBA coding as well, but I'll do it. Keep watching the video. Likewise, we do it for the role text box. We'll go to the change to combo box. Now since this is changed, this text box is converted to role, the combo box. Now let's link this combo box with the table called roles. So I'll go to the design view, design tab of the property sheet of this combo box. Click on dot dot dot, and I will choose what? Roles table. There we go. And for that I'm going to choose role ID, roles, and department ID. Now each department has multiple roles. That's how we are going to link each table with each other. So therefore I have to restrict this combo box to show only show me the roles that are related to the value selected in the department combo box. I hope that you have understood. So forms, exclamation mark, employee profile F, exclamation mark, department ID. There we go. So this query also has 3 columns, so we'll go ahead and do the adjustment here. So we'll go to the property sheet, go to the format, 3 column count, 0 1 0, and simple as that. Now we'll go to the grade ID text box, right click here, change to combo box. We'll go to the property sheet, data tab of the property sheet of the grade ID combo box. We'll go to the row source dot dot dot. We are in the query builder already. So in here I'm going to choose get the table grading structure, grade ID, grade. That is it. That's what I want. 2 columns, 1 0 and 1. Form design, property sheet. This is another way to go to the property sheet. Column count 2. First column I don't want to see, so hence 0. Second column I do want to see, so hence 1. Okay. So next what I would like to do is, this is not going to work unless if I do a little bit of VBA code as well. So I'm going to do VBA coding for location ID combo box, and to do that I'll go to the event tab of the property sheet of the location ID combo box, and then I will go to the event called after update event. So basically after the update is done, then the department ID combo box should be updated. So that's the function. code builder from the pop-up box, and we will just type one line code, and that is me.departmentid.requery. So now this combo box is automatically will be filtered based on what you have selected in this combo box, right? You're getting my idea? Now we will do the same with this department ID combo box, and what I would like to achieve is anything I change or update here, any value I select here, based on that the role ID combo box should be updated. So I choose the department ID, I go to the event tab, after update event and code builder, and here I will say me.roleid.requery. So based on whatever I chosen from this combo box, based on that the role ID combo box will also get updated at the same time. So that is the VBA code. We'll go to the form view. There we go. We have nice combo boxes. At the moment there is nothing, because in fact there is nothing created in the table at all. So this is how you do the modification in the form. We are not done yet. We have to do a lot of work. And let's go to design view. Now I would like to get two buttons, one button called save, another button called inactive button. Okay, I'll go to the form design in the ribbon, and I'll choose a control called button, and I'll drop it here. I'll go to the format, I'll go to the shape and change the shape to according to your preference, and I'm going to choose this style, and I'm going to make it as save button. The next thing is I want to increase the width of this button. I want to have the icon as well, so I'll go to the property sheet of this button, format tab, picture, ... and I'm going to use this floppy disk as a icon. Now I do want to see icon with the text, so to bring the text back with the icon, I'll go to the property sheet, format tab, picture, caption, alignment, and I will choose journal. Okay, there we go. I'll change the name from command 60 to btn save. I'll copy this button and I'll paste it, and I'll change the name of this button, caption and the name, so we'll make it as inactive. So let's change the name of this button, btn inactive, and let's change the icon as well. So go to the format tab, picture ... and something like a cross I'm going to choose. Here we go, where it is, here we go. Okay, we'll do the VBA coding behind these buttons later on, not in this video because this is already too long. Anyway, now other thing I would like to do is I would like to get a tab control. Basically I would like to have 3 tabs, right? In the first tab I want to see the basic information. Then I would like to have tab for the compensation information, right? Salary information. Then I would like to have tab for the employee compensation change information. So 3 tabs I'm going to create. So I'm going to select all of these, and I'm going to on my keyboard I'm going to use Control X. Boom, gone everything. Don't worry, we'll be back. So I'll go to the form design, I'll go to the tab control, and I'll choose the tab control. Okay, let's increase the size a little bit. All right, so under first tab I'm going to paste it. So everything whatever I Control X'd, it is there. All right, okay, next thing, I'm going to change the name of this tab. So this tab's name would be general info or basic info, whatever you want to keep. This tab caption would be compensation. Okay, we'll create another tab by clicking anywhere, insert tab, and this tab caption will be compensation change. Okay, there we go. Let's see the form view. Boom, we have got nice looking form. At least we have all the fields wired up with the respective tables, and we have 3 tabs as well. Well, for this video, this is it. I'm not going to make you wait for a longer period of time. We come back to the next video and we proceed with the employee form and we complete it. That is it for now. If you have learned something, or even if you have not learned something, please do let me know in the comments below. The reason I have explained every bits and pieces is because this explanation is done once only. Now in the coming videos, I'm going to speed up. So I'm going to create perhaps 3-4 different forms in one video, so we can finish all the forms creation, and then we go to the VBA coding part of it. So I hope that it was useful. Please do let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching.